Despite being a capable little truck, the Hyundai Santa Cruz has seemingly hit a wall with US buyers. Even though it's immensely capable in terms of towing, has a luxurious interior, and generally good value for money, nobody seems to be buying the little Korean pickup truck. However, even though this public disdain towards it seems uncalled for, the Santa Cruz does have a fair share of issues, and these evidently struck a chord with the average pickup truck buyer in the US. So, let's not waste any time and look at what went wrong as we tackle the 5 shocking reasons why the Hyundai Santa Cruz is not selling. Number 5. Iffy styling. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. The Hyundai Santa Cruz is weird, and not in a good way. Sure, you might like how it looks, and we certainly do, but the truth is, the vast majority of pickup truck buyers tend to opt for a far more reserved-looking vehicle. In fact, design is one of the reasons why the Ford Maverick kept outselling the Hyundai Santa Cruz for 4 years in a row, despite being generally less capable. First off, let's start with the front end. Not a lot of people found the fact that the Santa Cruz basically used the same exact front end design as the Hyundai Tucson. The Tucson itself was a very controversial vehicle because of this front end, as those LED DRLs that resemble angels' wings weren't everybody's cup of tea. But this design choice was an even worse solution for the Santa Cruz, which is a car that would usually be bought by those of us that value a conservative and utility-oriented design over aesthetics. Furthermore, the sides of the truck look over-designed too, with all that unnecessary creasing and bulging that make the truck look like a 15-year-old's idea of a cool pickup truck. In fact, the Santa Cruz, especially from the side, reminds us of the old Chevy SSR from the mid-2000s, just more angular and in a crew cab form, and we all know how well that car sold. The rear end is where things, in our opinion, get better, as the T-shaped taillights and big tailgate and the low and simple bumper design definitely reduce the whole fussiness of the car, while also retaining the same non-standard panache that it's known for, and in our opinion, it all works well for a vehicle of this character. It's a shame that the rest of the car doesn't match it. Number 4. Base power plant is gutless. The Hyundai Santa Cruz is widely regarded as a beast when it comes to towing capacity, as it could tow up to 5,000 pounds, which rivals even some mid-size pickup trucks. However, this kind of towing capacity is reserved for the 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, which is available exclusively on the top-of-the-line trims. Those of us who are looking for a sensible purchase, though, will be left with a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter, which produces less than 190 horsepower, which is around 100 horsepower less than the turbocharged one. As a result, you can imagine how badly the 0 to 60 time gets slashed, how less powerful the truck feels, and how much capability you will be sacrificing to get it. In fact, the Ford Maverick comes with a more potent engine, since after the 2025 redesign, it comes with its 238 horsepower 2.0 EcoBoost engine as standard. And to make matters even worse for the Santa Cruz, the Maverick is also more frugal with its engine too, as it can return up to 30 mpg as opposed to the Santa Cruz's maximum 26 mpg. Things get even worse once you take into consideration that the Maverick also comes as a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid, with the former doing up to 42 mpg and the latter having an estimated 40 mpg around the city, which is practically double that of what the Santa Cruz can do at best. Now, truth be told, the Santa Cruz's base engine is still a good workhorse engine, as it can tow 3,500 pounds, which is equal to the Colorado's base towing capacity and almost double the Maverick's base towing capacity, which is commendable, but still not good enough to justify all the negatives we've previously mentioned. Number 3. Truck bed is useless. To be honest, none of us are buying a compact pickup truck because we expect it to be a towing monster. If we needed that, we'd go for a mid-size or full-size truck. Now, what you need is a general-purpose vehicle that'll be able to fit longer items in the back, as well as be able to pack up a bit more stuff than your regular compact crossover. Well, guess what? You aren't getting that with a Hyundai Santa Cruz. You see, Hyundai, for some odd reason, decided to give the Santa Cruz a truck bed that's just 4 feet long. 4 feet! Can you even believe that? That's half a foot shorter than the Ford Maverick, and considering the fact that they're practically the same length, we can't believe how little space they squeezed down to the Santa Cruz. To put things into perspective, the Santa Cruz has a cargo space of 27 cubic feet, which is over 6 cubic feet less than the Maverick. And do you get added interior space in return? Nope. You get half an inch less with the Santa Cruz than you do with the Maverick, as it has 36.5 inches of knee room as opposed to the Maverick's 37 inches. Number 2. Lower trim levels are horrible value. $28,500 for a base model Santa Cruz SE. Does that seem like lunacy to you? It sure does to us, especially if you take into consideration that this excludes all the other mandatory charges that you'll be paying if you opt for it. With them accounted for, you'll be throwing an easy 30 grand into a poverty spec Santa Cruz, which is just laughable. You get an extremely basic digital driver's display. You don't get digital or dual zone climate controls. The interior materials are very subpar, and the truck overall feels quite under-equipped for that kind of money. If it were all-wheel drive from the get-go, we would be tempted to say it made some sense, but since it's front-wheel drive, we're not so sold on its value proposition. For that kind of money, you can get a Ford Maverick XLT, which after the redesign comes with a relatively nice interior, more tech than a Santa Cruz, a more potent engine, as well as vastly nicer styling. Heck, even the base XL, which is $2,000 cheaper than the base Santa Cruz, comes with a fully digital driver's display and a much better infotainment system from the get-go. But even the Maverick faces the same issue concerning value, as for that kind of money, you can also get an entry-level Chevy Colorado, and that's a mid-size pickup truck. Both compact pickup trucks have become exponentially more expensive than what they needed to be, and that is especially noticeable once you start going up the trims, which brings us to the final point of today's video. Number 1. Higher trim levels are even worse. You see, mid-spec trims such as the SEL and SEL Activity are nothing more than glorified base SE models, with the same engine, same front-wheel drive drivetrain, and the same underwhelming interior with very little upgrades. But at least these cost a relatively acceptable $30,000 and $32,000, which I guess isn't too bad. The XRT makes very little sense though. Yes, it comes with a higher output turbocharged engine, and yes, the interior quality has been drastically improved, but so has the price. Can you guess how much it costs? At least $40,000. Can you believe that? And the worst thing about this is the fact that this isn't even the most expensive trim. Oh no, that would be the Limited, which starts at $42,500, which is well into the GMC Canyon price bracket, and it costs as much as the Ranger Lariat, and that's a posh mid-size pickup truck. Heck, you could even get a well-equipped Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road for that kind of money, and to make matters even worse, all of these trucks will hold their value much better than the Santa Cruz. However, there are a few positives that come from this. First of all, because the Santa Cruz isn't a fan-favorite truck, and because it's not exactly popular, dealer markups are sure to be vastly less compared to any of the aforementioned mid-size pickup trucks, and even the Ford Maverick, which has become the soccer mom's pickup truck of choice. Furthermore, since it doesn't hold its value very well, the Hyundai Santa Cruz is actually a pretty good deal used, as you can get a competent truck for a very reasonable price, especially if you go for some of the earlier examples. And even though they are pre-facelift, they still look contemporary. The tech used in them is technically just a different package to the current model and is practically identical. As a result, as much as the Santa Cruz doesn't make sense from a new buyer's perspective, and by looking at the MSRP, there's still some value and logic behind buying it, especially if you're looking at used examples too. Thanks for watching and see you next time.